Hello, Pastor John here again with Faith Over Fear. You know, God's Word tells us that a man that hath friends must first show himself friendly. I truly believe in the age in which we live, people are hungry for friendship. You know, we all have different likes and dislikes. My Bible says we're all made in the image of God, so that means that we have we're more like God than any other creature alive. And if that's true, and it is, we need to lay aside our differences, lay aside the things that separate us from people, not sin, but lay aside our differences and join hand in hand in this fight against evil. Now, I know that we're to separate ourselves from sin, but it's the sin we're to separate from, not the sinner. We're to hate the sin and love the sinner. And time is way too short. I've shared with our people different times if we were given an envelope with the day and the hour that the Lord's coming back, and we'd open it, I believe we'd be surprised what the day and the hour is. And it could well be today. My Bible says, and yours does too, that nothing else has to happen yet before the Lord comes back. So if that's true, and it is, time is too short for God's people to not be busy for Him. I tell our people in church all the time that you can always find time to do what you really want to do, and the means to do with it, the means to do it. In other words, different people say they're too busy to be in church, that Sunday is the only day I have off. I work 6 days a week, and Sunday's the only day I can sleep in. But I guarantee you, most of those people, if you give them a front row ticket to their favorite football team, they'd find a way to be there, whether they had to sleep in or not. You know. So my question is simply, what is it for us that's most important today? What a sobering thought that is. You know. Summertime is the devil's workshop, I'm sure, in a Christian's life for the most part, because it's always a challenge to stay on top of things for Christ. I mean, the summer temptations are always there. It's the river is nice and warm. Ball games go on all week long. Temptations are always there to do something, be somewhere, picnics, festivals, carnivals. I'm not saying any of these are wrong on their own, but we need to make sure that we're putting God first, because my Bible makes it clear that we're to put Christ first in everything, and everything else will fall into place. So let me challenge us today to do that. Put Christ first. It may mean giving up a few things, but I found out that we never give up anything that we think we like, that Christ doesn't supply us with something that we ought to like that's better. So let me know as we go through the day. Let's be busy at showing people what real friendship looks like. Let me know if we can be a help to you in any way. Look at the description below and get in contact with us if you'd like to, if you can, and we'd appreciate that. So now let's go about the day until we're together again. And as always, I pray that God will bless you richly.